Weddings are often beautiful but costly events, requiring a significant amount of savings to bring them to life. However, there are moments when life presents us with situations that compel us to use our savings for causes far more pressing than a wedding celebration. A perfect example of this is a recent story about an engaged couple who chose to spend not only their wedding fund, but also a portion of their personal savings to save an injured, abandoned dog they encountered the very same day. This noble action didn't leave anyone indifferent. Even the biggest once-in-a-lifetime celebrations are not nearly as important as saving the life of another creature. The story began on Halloween Eve, when Dylan McKay, after finishing work, saw a Facebook post about a severely injured dog with 2 broken legs and no one to care for her. The dog was located just 20 minutes away, and Dylan couldn't ignore the urgency. He immediately got in his car and drove to the location mentioned in the post. Upon arrival, Dylan found the situation was far worse than he had imagined. The dog, seemingly a victim of a hit and run, was in critical condition. Her back legs were both covered in blood and appeared broken. She was shivering and coughing, Dylan wrote on his Facebook. Despite her severe injuries, the dog remained calm and strong. Dylan rushed the dog to the hospital, but it was soon discovered that the dog wasn't microchipped. If the staff were to attempt saving her, Dylan would likely have to cover all the medical costs himself. It was a tough decision, but Dylan and his fiancée, Emily Roberts, quickly made up their minds. They decided to sacrifice their wedding funds and dip into their life savings to give the dog, whom they named Acklin, a fighting chance at life. The prognosis wasn't optimistic at first. The doctor informed them that Acklin might need to have one of her legs amputated, and a difficult surgery would be required to save the other leg. It was a challenge to find a surgeon willing to take on the risky procedure, as one doctor noted that the operation needed to be perfect. Fortunately, the couple eventually found a surgeon confident enough to perform the surgery. Despite the grim outlook, the surgery was a success, and both of Acklin's legs were saved. When the story spread online, people were so moved by the couple's generosity that they eagerly offered their support. Through a GoFundMe campaign, the couple raised over $30,000, almost 3 times their original goal. As of the latest update, Acklin, now given a second chance at life, is in the process of rehabilitation. She has found a loving new home with Dylan and Emily, making for a heartwarming conclusion to the story. Thanks to the support of kind-hearted people online, Dylan and Emily will still be able to enjoy their dream wedding, despite using their funds to help Acklin. However, as noted by Sydney from Untemplator, many couples begin their married lives in debt due to the high cost of weddings. With the average cost of a wedding in the US around $35,000, many couples borrow money to cover the expenses. But is it really worth it? After all, a wedding is a commitment between 2 people, not a performance for hundreds of guests or to meet unrealistic societal standards. It's not just the cost that makes it worth considering alternatives. Wedding photographer Zoe Larkin points out that smaller, intimate weddings can save a significant amount of money and reduce stress while being more personal and meaningful. A smaller wedding allows for more creativity, adventure, and quality time with the closest people in your life, creating a truly special and memorable moment. In the end, how you choose to celebrate is a deeply personal decision. While smaller weddings have their advantages, large weddings offer their own unique benefits. Ultimately, it's important to remember that no celebration is more valuable than a life, whether it's human, animal, or any living creature. It's inspiring to know that there are people like Dylan and Emily who didn't hesitate for a second to choose the latter. The commoners were incredibly happy for the dog and were sending the most beautiful wishes to the noble couple who helped her. What do you think about this story? Have you ever saved a life? Share your thoughts in the comments below.